Authority for allowing us to be here. Any of you guys from University of Little Rock, Arkansas, or from University of Arkansas, Little Rock, I'll take your vote if you live in Jackson. I'm Kyle Atkins, and I'm asking for your support for the Republican nomination for Circuit Court Judge Division 3. I grew up the road in Huntington, Tennessee. Went to Huntington High School, Lambuth College, graduated from the Cummings School of Law. My wife, Elizabeth, and I have been married going on 21 years. Elizabeth's a school teacher. We have 2 children. We attend First United Methodist Church in downtown Jackson and have since we moved back to Jackson in 1996. I've spent the last 19 years with 90% of my practice has been based in circuit court, trying both criminal cases and civil cases. For the last 6 or 7 years, I've been a Rule 31 mediator. I think mediation is a great tool to help save both taxpayers and litigants money and cut down on the cost of civil litigation. I've been a member of the Tennessee Board of Professional Responsibility Hearing Committee. That is the committee when there is a bar complaint about a lawyer. We have a hearing, we take testimony, we make decisions based on what's the appropriate discipline for lawyers who have had complaints about a bar. As I said earlier, the last 18 years, I've spent 85 to 90% of my practice in the circuit court. It's been a conservative, defense-based practice, standing up for and representing the rights of small businesses, individuals, and physicians who've been sued for personal interest. Those are the common sense conservative principles I'll take to the bench. You know, we spent the last 2 months knocking on a lot of doors, making a lot of phone calls. 2 things consistently come up while we're out there doing that: efficiency in the courts and crime. What can we do about it? As far as efficiency goes, that's about communication. It's about sitting down. We got great clerks in this district. Kathy does a great job. Beverly does a great job. We have great court personnel. Harold Petty and the deputies that work up there. You're still working up there? They do a great job, and they're involved and they understand the process. We have good DAs. We have good probation officers, and those people have ideas about how to make things more efficient. So if we'll communicate with those people, hopefully we can alleviate some of that perception of inefficiency that we have in courts. It's one thing I'm committed to. The other thing you keep hearing about, and everybody talks about it, every door I knock on, every phone call I make, crime. What can we do about it? Circuit court judges usually get it at the end. So the first thing we can do is the worst offenders, we can give them tough sentences, hold them accountable for their actions, make sure that people understand that there's consequences to their actions. I think the second way, and I think it's just as important, is that most crimes are committed either the result of somebody being on drugs or the result of somebody wanting to steal something to get drugs. So we've got to have some way to break that cycle of crime, break that cycle of drugs. I've represented a lot of criminals in my law practice. A lot of them are repeat clients, but that's not what you want. Over the course of my practice, I've had 3 or 4 people who've gone to drug court. And drug court's a very intensive, year-long, 15-month program where you give treatment, you give counseling, you make people be accountable. They have monthly meetings. Judge Allen does a great job with his drug court. Those 3 or 4 people that I've had, they hadn't been repeat customers. They've gone on to get jobs, they've reconciled families, and they've become productive parts of our society. And that's something we need to focus on. As I said, Judge Allen does a great job in Division 2. I'm committed to getting a drug court for Division 3. If that's not possible, I'm going to work with Judge Allen in any way I possibly can to help him with that, share that burden with him, and get as many people as we can in that program, because that's something that we can do that's effective. Last thing I want to talk to you about is just hard work. Most of you were at the Reagan Day dinner. I stood up there that night and I told you I'm going to take the next 2 or 3 months and I'm going to try to earn your support, I'm going to try to earn your trust, and I'm going to try to earn your vote. We've been crisscrossing this district We've knocked on hundreds and hundreds of doors. We've made thousands of phone calls. We wrote a lot of letters. And we're getting a great response. And we're having a lot of fun doing it. One thing that worries me is everybody thinks this primary is the end of this race. May's not going to determine this race. Whoever wins this Republican primary is going to have to be committed to spending an entire summer wearing out a pair of shoes, getting blisters on their hands, and making a lot of phone calls. I hope I've demonstrated to you that I'm committed to doing that. I'm willing to do that, and I will do that as a Republican nominee. I want to say that regardless, whether I win or not, whoever wins, he's going to have my full support so that we can win this seat come August. I hope I win. I hope you vote for me, but we all need to support whoever the nominee is. So I'd appreciate your support. Thank you for your time.